G'day humans, Chris Stead here. Today I'm doing a review of Perfect Wave, which is a surf tour operator in the Maldives.
Are we there yet?
No!
Are we there yet?
No!
Are we there yet?
No!
Are we there yet?
Yes!
Dad, I'm
And
hungry.
I apologise it's late. I've been surfing, that's the point. And I've been surfing a lot. So I'm quite tired. Now behind me here, you can see the Kandooma Right. Kandooma Right. Pretty famous wave in the Maldives, which is actually privately owned by Perfect Wave. Well, I think it's probably privately owned by Holiday Inn, which is those rooms you can see up there, and Perfect Wave in collaboration, right? Now, this has a really interesting setup in here. So basically, how it works is that you can book a room here at the Holiday Inn Kandooma Maldives through Perfect Wave Travel. And in doing so, also buy a pass, which you can see on my wrist right here, to surf this wave exclusively. Now, these are the rooms we're talking about over here, and I've done a full review of this resort, so you can go check that out if you want to see inside those rooms and what they're like. So right there, looking over, macking barrels, like that, and I've seen waves peeling from way over there all the way down to there. They've got it all set up really well here. You rock off at these steps, swim out through a little keyhole, get out the back, catch waves all the way down, and then at the end of that brick wall there's a little way back in, you know, and you walk back up. You can do that as many times as you like. Now, the capacity here, if it was absolutely 100% full, is somewhere between 300 and 400, depending on how many kids you've got sleeping in your rooms. There's 150 villas, so 300-ish. At any one time, only 45 people can have access to the wave pass. There's another really nice wave. It's just glassed off this afternoon and got really good. Look at that. No, that one wasn't so good. There's a section out there you can try to take off on. It's pretty bowly on the reef, depending on the tide. And there's a second section that comes in down there, and that's where you get some barrels and some runners. I had a couple of really good surfs out there. So, when I first got wind of this idea that there was someone basically who had private rights to surf this wave behind me, I was like, as an Australian, I was like, what are you talking about, bro? It is the ocean, I'm going to swim out and surf it. You know, that's just my, you know, I think most Australians would feel like that. No one owns the ocean, right? But I've also surfed all around the Maldives. So I've surfed like Chickens and Cokes and Tombstones and all these different places, right? And consistently the biggest issue you have out there is that you're surfing and then all of a sudden along rocks some boat and 10 to 15 people just jump off all of a sudden onto the lineup with necessarily no etiquette. Like they're just people that have basically just like chalked down 1,000 zeros to come out here and surf, and they don't give a stuff about you, they just want waves, right? And so that's what you constantly face in a lot of the Maldives, like the Sultans, places like that. You know, you're constantly battling. Sorry, I get so distracted by waves, man. And check out this set. It's peeling away down there, it's unridden, man. Look at that one, see that's what I'm saying? I guess this section here, and then it just starts peeling away again. A whole other section. It can get pretty bomby on that end section down there, eh? See that little tube's going to open up, look at that section, through, and if you can make that, another section, Anyway. So, the possibility of, when I first got here and I got the pass and I was like, okay, yeah, prove me wrong, prove me that I'm an idiot, and they did. Because I got here with my son, and it's one thing for me to go out and hassle for waves, but it's another thing when you got a kid with you. You know, it's just like, they just haven't got, especially if they're, especially if old school like me, when, back when I was learning to surf when I was a grommet, like it was full on. Like, there was fist fights, punches, hassle, like, it was full on in Australia. It's not quite like that anymore, but there's still this dominance of like adults in the water that make it really hard for kids to get decent waves. So when you rock up at a place like this and a boat suddenly turns up and 15 people get out and from a different country and they don't have the same etiquette and rules that you brought your kid up to understand, it becomes a challenge, right? So I rocked up here, came down to this wave there. Watch this set. And it was bigger than this. It was probably another couple of feet on these waves coming through now. And we're actually out there pulling into these ones and just getting them all the way down. And there was one other dude out. And the promise that no boat was about to turn up. It was at 3 in the afternoon. That one is strolling all the way down. What a ride. You see how consistent it is. It's been like this the whole time we've been here. Wind was into it a little bit, but it was still pretty good when the wind was into it. But it's way better now it's glassed off. Yeah, so all of a sudden I've just gone, okay, I get it, right? I'm out here, I'm surfing with my son. We're both getting pretty much our pick of the waves. There's no threat that a boat's about to suddenly turn up. I'm in no rush. I'm staying like just over here. And I've got a full, full meals and everything provided for me down there. My wife and kids are happy. The other kids are happy. They're having a good time down at the pool. So yeah, anyway. So that's the win. The win with the perfect wave thing is that you don't have to hustle. You can just come out here as many times as you want and surf when you've got this. Then on top of that, what I didn't realise is that they've also got a pretty stellar boat, like really nicely done boat. They've got a couple of boats actually. They've got 3 boats I think, but one of them in particular is just like, it's mint, it's flash. And oh, look at this set. I should have done this here. See, that's that one I was telling you about. So you don't quite make that section, but then it fattens like down there. Oh, that's a sick wave. That's getting close to double overhead. I don't know if it's coming through on the camera. Getting close to double overhead. Anyway, so this charter boat goes out all day. So there's like, I don't know, every day I've been here I think there's been at least 3, and I think one day there was 4, going out to different breaks. There's like 7 or 8 different breaks around here. There's Riptides, there's, what's it called, Turk Joeys or something. I can't remember them. There's quite a few quarters, is one of them. Pokies or something. Anyway, and they're free. So you can just get on those. So basically join a WhatsApp group when you get here. The other 45 people that have a wave pass at the same time you do are in that same WhatsApp group. And every now and again they'll share like a photo, oh, this place is pumping, that place is pumping, here's a video from today. And then they just put up this thing at night and they go, right, here's our boats for tomorrow. And only 12 of you can go on any one boat. So really cap it, so you just don't crowd anywhere out. So the first day, surf pumped out here. Then me and my son went to Riptides at 7:30 in the morning. There's only 4 of us. And we got there and there was only 4 of us there the whole time. And it was pretty big and peaky and it was good. Here comes another set. Oh man, it's really opening up on that reef at the moment. Should have gone for another surf. Knew it. This is going to be the most disjointed review I've ever done. Look at that, it's still peeling away. And another one for good measure. Yeah, and then we surfed that until we didn't want to anymore, and then we just swam in, they drove us back. The next day, then we surfed here again at night. Then the next morning we woke up, we were going snorkeling in the morning, so I missed the morning sessions. Then we went to this place called Tucky's, and so that was a left, and it was pretty cool too. And there was 6 guys on that trip, so still not massively overcrowded. 6 of us on there, and we got plenty of waves, and my son got plenty of waves, most importantly. So especially if you want to travel and surf with your kids, like I'm pretty impressed overall, and the fact that you can actually just move with the wind and the wave direction to whatever the better break is. This is the only one you get exclusively, but they're like well in tune with these ones around us and can pick the eyes out of it and the best time to go. And it's all included. So, oh, sick. That's another one. That's like 150, 200 meter wave, at least. So good, I should have gone back out. Knew it. Anyway, there's no one out there, I can't believe it. So what are the downsides? Obviously it costs more. So you can't just rock up here with your own stick and just go out there. You can bring your own stick. You don't have to hire one off them. The other thing is they do hire boards here, but it's another third-party company, so that gets a bit messy. So it's not just through them, so it's not packaged in. So that's a bit frustrating. Then on top of that, a few times I've been competing with Perfect Wave staff, so that's been annoying. So like I've been out there surfing with my son, and then like one of the staff from Perfect Wave has snaked him. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, get off the wave. Like, and they rip. You know, they're like they own this bloody wave, so it's not like they're kooks. They freaking rip. So when they're out there, it's like far out. They're going to pick the eyes out of it. They know exactly where to sit. They know the best bombs. They know exactly when to paddle on the inside of you. So that's a bit of frustration. Like we were surfing today, and 3 times in a row, one of their staff members snaked my son, and I was like, I got pretty angry at it. Here comes another one. Here's one of those fatter ones. See? So you've got this section rolling through here on the reef, but then right down here you'll just see it. I don't know if I'm pointing in the right direction. Just sectioning again. If you hang down there, that's the best I've seen it, I reckon, since I got here. And it's bloody night time and I don't have my gear. It's full moon actually, you could probably still go out. Yeah, anyway, sorry. So that was a bit of a negative. Yeah, and the fact that they don't have their own board, so they're kind of like using this third party. So what the third party does allow you to do though, it allows you to pre-pick the exact board that you want before you get here, and then that third party company will deliver the board here so it's ready for you. So that's kind of cool. Although, hot tip, Air Asia is the cheapest way to get here, and they do free surfboards on their flights. So just bring your own stick and put heaps of other heavy stuff in there too. Yeah, so overall I came into it pretty pessimistic. I wasn't expecting to be okay with the Perfect Wave system about having to pay more. I can't tell you exactly how much it is because they wrap it into packages. So you'll book one of these rooms up here, you know, you don't have to book those ones, there's plenty more, but you book a room, there's like overwater villas on the other side and stuff like that. Check out my review. And then it's as part of that cost you get your wave pass. And you can do it so that like you can book so that there's a room where both of you get a wave pass, or a room where you get a wave pass and the other person staying doesn't. There's different ways around it basically so that you know, you're not buying a wave pass for your partner who might not surf, for example. So yeah, all up, if you're planning on surfing the Maldives and you just don't want to do the crowds, Perfect Wave is going to sort you. If you're doing it with kids, absolutely, Perfect Wave is a great idea. They do heaps of other stuff too. There's surf lessons, I'll take photos of you. There's heaps of upsells, right down to ice baths and yoga. Oh, there's upsell after upsell after upsell. It's kind of one of the, I think this resort's pretty cool, but that's one of the kind of downsides, is there's just like stacks of extras. But yeah, but the actual wave pass can be bundled into your accommodation, and that's how it's done. I think it was 3 days. It was like about 100 US a day or something like that. Maybe it was slightly more, but depends what deal you get really. So anyway, I'm going to wrap it up because it's getting so dark you won't be able to see me a sec anyway. And I hope that's helped if you've been thinking about whether or not Perfect Wave is a solution for you when you're surfing the Maldives. I'm actually seriously considering trying to rally some of my mates and their kids who surf and making an adventure of this in a year or so from now. Because yeah, if it's only 45 wave passes, and if you took 12 of those, you know, with all your mates, sick. All right, anyway, I'm Chris Stead. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to check out my other videos, including my review of the Holiday Inn Kandooma Maldives. And until next time, I'll check you later. You.